Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian, and as a space game fan, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw is right at the top of my most anticipated titles for this year. The release date has recently been revealed as 13th of August for the PC release, which has a 1-year exclusivity deal with the Epic Store on PC. The game will also be on PlayStation 4 and Switch, hopefully later this year, but no date has been set just yet. Also, there's no information on an Xbox release. It may happen, Double Damage are unsure right now, but it seems it won't be releasing on Xbox alongside the other consoles. So for now at least, it's PC, PlayStation and Switch. Also, for those who are concerned about the Epic Store exclusivity, it's worth pointing out that the title will be DRM free on the PC, and Double Damage have stated that the game's interaction with the Epic Store will therefore be minimal. Now in this video I'm going to give a broad overview of this single player game and then cover some of the most recent details that the developers Double Damage Games have discussed. Before we begin then, I'd briefly like to mention that the Rebel Galaxy developers have joined my Discord server and have been answering questions about the game as and when they are available. So if you'd like to join and read that stuff, and even better, perhaps get actively involved, then do head on over to my Discord server and join the conversation in the Rebel Galaxy Outlaw channel. The server address is discord.gg/obsidianand, and you can also find a link in the video description. So then, onto the game itself. Now I know that quite a few of you have played the original Rebel Galaxy. The new game is what Double Damage are referring to as a sort of prequel. The sort of comes about because whilst the game is set in the same cowboy western themed universe and is still a space sim, it has a number of significant differences. Foremost amongst these is that the original was a capital ship naval battle style game without a protagonist. This time out, in Outlaw, you play as a specific character called Juno, who just happens to be a fighter pilot turned smuggler, trader, mercenary, basically whatever earns her money. So essentially, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw is on a very different scale from the previous game. This is very much a traditional space game in a lot of ways. The developers are also keen to highlight that they have gone all out to make the game far less grindy and repetitive. A key phrase that they have used is that they want to respect players' time. This means that in Outlaw, travel times are not going to waste your hours away. Whilst the game is full of missions, objectives, trade runs, bounty hunting, smuggling and all that other great stuff, you won't be forced to sit at the flight controls for dozens of minutes at a time in order to get to your destination. Of course, the option is there. You certainly can fly manually through intervening space, however, that isn't forced upon you. In short, Double Damage have aimed this title at being a fun experience, and there's always something for the player to do. Even when space activity isn't the focus, players can find something else to do, whether that's play a game of pool, darts, or simply chilling to the game's over 24 hours of music set across 7 in-game radio stations. You can also create your own radio stations, and much of the music is also live stream friendly for players who want to stream the game. Now that's not to say that the space aspect isn't a strong focus. After all, it appears that spaceships are very much what the game's all about. With players having the ability to upgrade their vessels, once again Double Damage have aimed to remove the grind from the upgrade process. Instead of constantly leveling your ship up, they are hoping that players will focus on interesting builds that maybe suit their playstyle or set objective. In short then, it's not as a hardcore grind as Elite Dangerous and not as time consuming as X4 Foundations. Nevertheless, the title should still appeal to a wide range of players. The flight model is a good example of this. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw will feature a number of different flight modes, from casual to sim, with varying degrees of assist. One mode, for example, includes an auto pursuit, which keeps your ship focused on an enemy target when in combat. But there's also options for the player who wants more manual control. However, the game isn't aiming for a full space flight realism. To quote Double Damage on this, it's more like World War II dogfights in space, which, as far as I'm concerned, is actually ideal. Console versions of the game are essentially fully functional at this point in time. However, there's some areas of the game which Double Damage want to polish up and finish. Once this is done, they will be moving on to the certification process. Now they have stated that the console versions will be full versions of the game, and even the Switch version will not be limited in any way. The only exception to this is that the ship painting app will not be available on consoles, and this is simply due to the fact that the app is basically a fully functioning bit of PC software, and therefore won't translate well to consoles. The game itself though will be all present and accounted for on consoles, and personally I love the Switch, so I'm really looking forward to a full space game on there. The PC version will also be getting a mod kit later on. Now there's little to no information on this at the moment, but it appears that Rebel Galaxy Outlaw will be fully moddable, and this will no doubt extend the game's life immensely once the community get their hands on this. Now if you're looking for more information on Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, there is an interview with the Double Damage developers over on the Game Skinny's website, and I'll link that in the video description. Also, don't forget to join my Discord channel where you might get a chance to directly ask the developers your questions. Again, the link for the server is listed below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.